What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex. You watching the Ragin Nation show, Transformers 4 Edition. This is just Webster's. We're talking about all things that matter to me for production of the 4th installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 92, and before we begin, let's do a couple of really quick shout-outs, so listen up for your name, alright? Devonta Jackson, Jolene Dawson, Mark Plott, Jerry R. Meaders, Pablo S. Mong, Joseph Valenzuela, John McCarthy, and Tom Fagioli. And an early congratulations to Ben from Liverpool, UK for your wedding in May. I'm saying this a little bit early, but I just want to say it because you are awesome, and I want to say congratulations to you, and I hope you have an awesome wedding in May. And finally, my final shout out is to Max Martinez for coming up with this amazing piece of art. Now, 2 weeks ago we had Super Bowl, and before Super Bowl we had the Super Bowl Countdown at the Ragin Nation, and I asked you guys to come up with a cool Super Bowl banner, Super Bowl Countdown banner for the Ragin Nation Facebook page, and Max Martinez came up with this, and I have to say that this is the most creative and my favorite, my personal favorite Super Bowl banner for the Super Bowl Countdown Ragin Nation banner for the Facebook page, alright? So thanks a lot, Max, and thank you to everybody else who contributed, and thank you all at the Ragin Nation for being part of the Ragin Nation and supporting everything that I do here. And here we go, let's talk about Toy Fair. New York Toy Fair is in full effect. The coverage is in full effect right now. Toy Fair actually happens tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, but we are getting some early sneak peeks at the toys, and there's just photos all over the internet, alright? And Toy Fair, in fact, happens from February 16th, that's tomorrow, to February 19th, that's Wednesday. So a 4-day event and 4 days of craziness for toy fans and Transformers fans, especially because the Hasbro booth is just buzzing with Transformers Age of Extinction stuff. And that's what we're going to talk about in this multi-part video series where we're going to just do full coverage on Toy Fair. And I'm going to provide you with all my thoughts and feelings for the announcement of all these toys. So let's just talk about what was displayed, or rather shown to us from yesterday. Alright, and first of all, let's start off with this cool banner of the promo art for Transformers Age of Extinction, and here we have Optimus Prime riding Grimlock, which we've seen in the Super Bowl teaser trailer, and this is very, very cool. It's all like animated looking, so very, very cool. Now let's start off with what they call here step changers. I believe they're called the one-step changers. These are the simplified versions of the toys. Like, this is as simple as it gets. As you already know, Hasbro is simplifying the Transformers toy line, but that doesn't mean that we are not getting the mainline toys. By mainline toys, I mean like Voyager class, Deluxe class, and Leader class, and of course there's Scout and Cyberverse, which I kind of think is the same thing, along with Legends. But then they're making something for of course the smaller kids who can't figure out how to transform the mainline toys. So it's a good direction for Hasbro. I understand it's a business, so they have to make sure they appeal to all audiences of all ages. So for everybody who's freaking out right now about the mainline toys not being there, don't worry, they're going to be there, okay? Trust me. So let's talk about the one-step changers, and let's start off with Optimus Prime. And on the packaging here, you see Optimus Prime's face in, you know, like full view. And here's his vehicle mode, and what they actually do is they just transform very, very simply. It's just one step, okay? So there's Optimus Prime, there's his vehicle mode, there's his robot mode. Very interesting that they're doing this. Next we got Lockdown here, and Lockdown looks kind of cool from what I can see, just from based on the step changers. A toy robot mode, alright? It's got a lot of silver on him, and then of course on the outside he's dark gray, alright? Moving on, let's look at Drift. Now Drift looks hilarious as a step changer toy. I don't think he should be a step changer toy. You can tell that his arms tuck into his hollow shell, okay? So there you have it. He's a full-on samurai, Bugatti Veyron. Here we have Crosshairs, and of course Crosshairs once again comes with the goggles because Crosshairs is supposed to be a sniper, and of course he's got a lot of black and green on him because those are his two primary colors. And here is our first look at Stinger, Decepticon Stinger as a toy. Now he's the Pagani Huayra, And what I noticed right away is that his face looks kind of like Battle Mode Bumblebee. You know, Bumblebee with his battle mask on. And then to top things off, his chest looks kind of like the Bumblebee from Age of Extinction, the new Bumblebee, the updated Bumblebee, 2014 concept Camaro, right? So very, very interesting. I don't know where they're going to go with that, but we'll see when the mainline toy comes out, all right? Next, this is Slash, who is a small velociraptor, like a baby velociraptor. Now, this is something very interesting to me because that just means that the Dinobots are going to come in various sizes. Now, you know that Grimlock is just humongous, not humongous. He's a towering mecha dinosaur, okay? And he is huge, but they're making Slash, rather, a velociraptor who's going to be like pretty small. I don't know how small he is going to be compared to like your standard size Autobot, but he's supposed to be small because velociraptors are supposed to be smaller, all right? Now, he's got a very silly looking robot mode, but we'll see how he looks from the actual movie and the mainline toys, all right? Now, here's the packaging of One Step Changer Lockdown, and as you can see here, he kind of looks like a skeleton. Like, look at the shape of his eyes. Like the outside is kind of like a skeleton eyes, and then like the actual eyes are inside the indentation. Like it's indented inside, and you know the nose, of course, and the cheekbones make it look like an actual skeleton. So that is something very interesting that they decided to go with that kind of look. Moving on, here's the packaging for Drift. It's One Step Changer. And Drift is a full-on samurai. We knew this already from all the other leaked images of Drift. But here he is, complete with helmet, samurai helmet, okay? Like full-on, like with all the horns and stuff. You know, the side guards of the helmet. And also, of course, the shoulder armor for a samurai. This guy is the robot samurai, okay? So... and there you have. Oh, here's Hound. I forgot to show you guys Hound. Okay, here's Hound as One Step Changer. Now, of course, like I said, he's gonna be the muscle of the Autobots, okay? And he's gonna be, I guess, the replacement for Ironhide. And what's really interesting to me is check this out. The lower part of his shoulder has got missiles. Isn't that crazy? And around his forearms it's a very strange setup, but it looks like ammo. It looks like ammo wrapped around his forearms, and you know, Hound is like a military defense vehicle. So I'm just thinking he is the freaking full artillery backup. This is when they call in, you know, some serious backup and firepower. They call in Hound because he's packing. Okay, he's seriously packing some heat. And moving on, here is Bumblebee. And Bumblebee, we've seen many times. His entire arm is all black. All right, so both his left and right arms all black. And then Grimlock. Now I don't know what kind of toy this is, if it's a One Step Changer or something else. But here's Grimlock, and in the toy, he is black and orange, but in the robot, or rather in the beast mode in the movie, he's full on just all dark gray or silver, all right? But in the toy, he's got a gun on his back. Kind of reminds me of the Dino Riders toy. And then here is his robot mode. And this is just the simplified toy of his robot mode, but we get a very good idea of what Grimlock is going to look like as a robot in the movie. Now, he looks like he's got a samurai helmet, okay? And he's got the horn, which is a single horn. That's kind of also samurai inspired as well. And he's got the half of his face, or his beast mode face, sticking out from his shoulder, and the rest of his teeth around his chest. Kind of like how a predator, you know, the predators, they wear a necklace with skulls on it. So that's what they got going on his chest. And he carries a sword. And another thing I gotta mention is that this looks exactly like the Barbarian robot that we saw on the hoodie crew jacket. Alright, so that hoodie crew jacket, that was Grimlock, a silhouette of Grimlock. And here is Grimlock as some kind of simplified toy from the Transformers Age of Extinction line. This is not a mainline toy, at least I don't think it is, but this is your first robot reveal of Grimlock. All right, so there you have it. And then in these next couple of photos, or rather this photo I want to show you, is in Australia, the Transformers Age of Extinction Constructabots has been released. Check this out. We have Bumblebee, Drift, Optimus Prime, Lockdown, and then 3 Dinobots. Grimlock, Slug, who is a replacement for Slag, and Strafe. And Strafe is an original Dinobot. A lot of people are saying that Strafe is a replacement for Swoop. Well, Swoop was a pterodactyl, and, well, Strafe is a 2-headed flying freaking, you know what I'm saying? This is a flying beast with 2 heads, okay? So, there you have it. That is it for now. And then check out this next photo from toyark.com. And they are showing us a sneak peek at the Hasbro booth. And what you see here, and what I can kind of make out, is this giant Grimlock, which is this size. And I think that's the Stomp and Chomp Grimlock. That's $80. All right. Now we're gonna do more coverage on New York Toy Fair 2014 in the next video. There is actually a lot more stuff to talk about because we are only on day 0. Day 1 is tomorrow, but day 0 is happening right now, and this is just a sneak preview for sneak preview people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving you the sneak preview right here at the Ragin Nation, and I hope you guys are enjoying this next series of videos because all we're going to talk about is the toys. Let me know your thoughts are about the one-step changers, and if you want to comment on each individual one-step changer, click the Facebook photo album. It'll take you there, and all the rest of the photos that are going to be released from Toy Fair are going to be uploaded to that album, and you can comment on each and every individual photo. Alright, so there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video, and stay tuned for part 2 of New York Toy Fair coverage 2014, and we're going to be covering a lot of Transformers Age of Extinction stuff, and you're going to want to stay subscribed to this channel if you want to see more. Alright, so there you have it. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions about the one-step changers, and of course, stay tuned for the next episode. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. Check out my photos on Instagram, @The Ragin Nation, and I'll see you next time. My name is Alex Q. Peace out. Peace! I mentioned that Cyclonus could possibly be that Freightliner Argosy, mainly because of that circle chest, which totally could be that